Alright, here we are with Kriskardiac. He doesn't have a mic, so he's going to show us the Warband anyway, and I'm going to repeat whatever he types in the Steam chat here. So we're going to start out here with the matriarch. We see that she has Comet of Sigmar, Healing Circle, and the first default spell. She's an order leader with mastered battle time, but not mastered order, absolute fate, so she's pretty much immune to routing as long as she stays alive. Armor proficient and devotion naturally. Alright, alright. Kriskardiac is typing that the idea is to have two purifiers with comets, and one has second wind and the other has sinful speech. Gonna see which one this is. The second wind here. Alright, alright. As well as the healing circle. Alright, then we have the next one here. It comes in with the exact same spells, just with sinful speech instead of the second wind. Seeing some of the casting spells here. Plea is a nice addition. It's a very unusual pick. So they're very focused as being offensive casters with a lot of range available to them. 40 range, even 46 range if they pick a certain rune on a certain head slot, which they could do. Moving on to one of the henchmen here. Very focused on the armor, as we can see. Intimidate, the poor man's attracting lure. And Righteous Fury to mess with people. See Protection of Sigmar here. The Kriskardiac is writing here that yeah, he has an older matriarch and some other units coming up here soon, but the idea is also to not just have offensive magic, it's also to have lots of magic resist skills and annoy warbands that go very heavy magic like himself. Righteous Fury, again, mastered this time. It does stack when it's mastered and unmastered. It's -3 blue and red pills altogether when they are stacked. And you can see the Protection of Sigmar coming in here. He's not lying when it says that he has a good magic resistance available to him whenever he needs it to be. Seeing a second henchman here, coming in with insult. Seems to have paused momentarily. And here we go, a smuggler. We are going to see, yeah, that's one of the last heroes here that had available, going with Hand Bomb. It's an interesting choice, and mastered vital shots. He says that he has the smuggler here for doing crit shots, and yes, that is true. Sharpshooter to poke out even more critical hits here, and fine-tuning as well. Special skill that only the smugglers have available to them, as well as quick reload, mandatory on a ranged character. And the last unit here coming in, running off the hero selection, is going to be the Maiden of Sigmar. Mastered Frenzy, Mastered Exhaustion. Pretty nice here with Daredevil. And basic Ignore Pain and Adrenaline Rush. You can see that even this unit has a lot of magic resistance in case Kriskardiac wants to spec for that. It's one of the great things about this tournament. It's going to be all about how much you can modify your units with just equipment to adapt to new situations. There we go, should have a few more henchmen to show off as well before this warband is complete. Seeing a bit of the same kind of spells here. Sigmar's Might, and then of course the healing circle coming in. Everyone seems to have that. Going slowly and methodically through the warband, we can see the theme here. Lots of very useful skills here, and very well thought out when it comes to the design of these units. Being able to be adapted to most kind of enemies that he could possibly face. And that's the nice thing about the smuggler as well, because with the two purifiers people might prepare a lot with the magic resistance against Kriskardiac. And then he's prepared to throw a curveball at them in case that happens. Picked up anticipation even, alright. And repentance. And intimidate, rounding off the active skills. Seems to be resilient, armor proficient, shield specialist, and of course the tried and true absolute fate. It's such a good skill for the Sister of Sigmar. Why wouldn't you take it? Just gonna type in here, what are your expectations for the tournament? We've seen all of them run. See what he responds here. He says that, well, my expectation for the tournament is that I expect to learn that magic resistance on henchmen is rather pointless. Saying that with a glint in his eye. Gonna see what else he points out here. He expects a lot of bloodbaths and really looking forward to the 60-turn timer. Yeah, I mean, who isn't? It's going to be really awesome to see how that works out. Could be very, very interesting even. And then he's typing up some more things here as well. Let's see what else he has to say. Kriskardiac is going in as the number 9th seed, by the way, into this tournament. He says, I hope to win a couple of games early and would be really happy to win a knockout game, but I don't expect it. Alright. He's also the only Sisters of Sigmar player in this tournament. Yeah, and I think that's actually more or less it. Thank you, Kriskardiac, for showing us your Warband, and wish you the best of luck in the tournament to come.